Good afternoon. I'm XOXO. Yes, I am the chocolate lady dripping with thoughts, making crazy quilts from scraps or whatever I got. I can teach you how to make your own chocolate bar. Yes, and I'm happy that, hey, today we have another day. Yes, and I will be talking about cozy cozies. Yes, and also I will be talking about chocolate candies that I made a big, huge mess of. Don't laugh. Don't laugh because these are kind of not so great. They're not so great. I don't want to show them too long. Okay, so today is Sibling Day. Did you know that? Yes, today is National Sibling Day, either today or tomorrow. And also, it is Ice Cream Day. hmm Ben and Jerry's Ice Cream Day. So, in honor of our siblings, some of us have lost our siblings, but we have the memories of our siblings, and some of us still have our siblings. And if you still have your sibling, you might want to consider thinking about a cozy cozy, okay? And you're saying, XOXO, what's a cozy cozy? Cozy cozy is the name that I give to this fabric, okay? I put this box together. I hope you like it. Yes. And those three pieces of fabric that I have there are actually scraps, big, gigantic, beautiful scraps that you can piece together and make a beautiful back. And if you like, you could take some 108 by 108. Let me show it to you. That would look good with that particular combination. Or if you like, 108 by 108 is very heavy. Yes, it is. But what is so nice about when you are putting together a quilt from your stash or from your scraps, you don't have to use a full piece of 108 by 108. You may just have some scraps. I have a few scraps of 108 by 108. Excuse me. My 108 by 108, of course, is 3 solid yards. Okay. But I do have some scraps of 108. And I'm just thinking that for your sibling, something like this would look mighty nice. Yeah. Let me get it a little bit closer for you. That is some contrasting designs, isn't it? But I think it would come out really nice. Now, today I have to go painting my watercolors, so this is going to be extremely fast video, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to surprise you with the chocolate that's related to today being ice cream day. Just wait 1 second. Okay, so I really wanted to open up the conversation talking about this. Okay, I have a large piece of beautiful border fabric. It's like purple and a lot of beautiful colors. Okay, but because it's border and it has stripes, see, stripes always present a problem. So I've been thinking about this for a few days. I remember I put a quilt together many years ago and I did something so creative. And I'm going to tell you about it right now. So what you do is that you cut a square, okay, from this one piece of fabric, okay, and you have one piece and a second piece, okay, but when you sew these together, you sew this piece like this, up and down, but your second piece, it goes the opposite. So like this, and you put it like this, okay? Nice. Okay, so you have it, and then you go to your sewing machine and sew all around it, all around the edges, 4 sides, A, B, C, and D. So all the way around. Got it? Now this is where the magic happens. You fold it and you cut it. I like doing that. And then you have 2 pieces. And then of the 2 pieces, you cut them again. Exactly. Do not, if you use your rotary cutter, you'll do okay. But if you use a pair of scissors, make sure you have a steady hand and then cut again. Okay? Got it? Okay. So now you have 4 pieces. Okay. So, like I said, I have watercolor today, so this is going to be kind of quick. Okay, now look. So, here is, this is 1 square, okay, that you got. And then here's the second square. Okay? But you have 4 pieces. And then look what's going to happen when you add the 2 more pieces. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, a new piece of fabric. You started with something like this that was giving you a headache. Stripes in your scraps. Stripes in your scraps. And you didn't know what to do with them. XOXO has the answer and the chocolates. Okay, so you have that. Oh no, I dropped it. Okay, doesn't matter. So, and then I told you that you had your 2 pieces. But when you sew them together, don't sew them together like that. That's incorrect. Sew them together like this. That will be correct. And then you have this. Sew completely around. A, B, C, and D. Sew around. And then cut diagonally. Cut. Zip, 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 zip. Okay, then you have 2 pieces. I love my scissors by my sewing machine. And then cut again. Zip, 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 zip. And then open them up. And then you have a piece like this. And then you're going to sew the 2 pieces together. And then 1 piece is going to drop on the floor. And I'm not going to pick it up. Okay, bottom line is that you've been watching me, and you know when you put those 4 pieces together, doggone it, I'm sorry, I dropped it. Hi. Then you have a whole new piece of fabric. Yes, when you try my technique. And if you have a sibling, and because today is ice cream day, get an ice cream cone. You may have some in your kitchen already, and I know you definitely have some melted chocolate. Melt some chocolate down and drizzle it. Okay? And then, you know those sprinklies that you put on birthday cake? Put some sprinklies on. But because I like to have a lot of fun, then you want to present this ice cream cone to your sibling or to your best sister friend or your best brother friend, and then look at this. You watching? Watch. Watch. Isn't that wonderful? I had a little piece of chocolate for a nose. I had a little piece of chocolate for a nose, but the nose fell off. Look at inside. It's down here in the bottom, which is a better surprise. You know what? XO. You're full of surprises. Yes. And you got a surprise from God because your chocolate fell off the nose right down to the bottom of the cone. And you're going to give this to someone as a gift. And they're going to say, oh, thank you. That's a beautiful ice cream cone for Sibling Day. And then when they look in the inside, they're going to say, oh, that is so funny with those cherries. Oh, it's a surprise for me at the bottom. A big, gigantic piece of chocolate. And guess what's inside of the chocolate, which I didn't tell you? Pieces of pineapple and cherries. So before I say goodbye, because I got to rush off, and what happens when you're in a rush? You make a big old mess. Messy XOXO is taking the 5-star award from being messy today. But you know what? I hope you have a good time. And look at this. Look what I made. I'm so embarrassed of it. I don't want to show it, but it's going to be delicious. So, oh man, where's my pocket knife? Okay, right here is the ganache that has almonds in it and dried pineapples. And if you look at the one on the bottom, can you see the dried pineapples on top? And then this one here has the cherries. This one here has the pineapples. Okay, so that's what I made. And today is called Scrappy Day. Scrappy, stashy, ice cream, love your family day. Love your siblings, love your family, love ice cream, love messy chocolates. Yes. Ta-da! And most of all, when you have a piece of fabric that has stripes and you don't know what to do with it because you're thinking that it is a cornered you, where you have to think that it's directional, it doesn't have to be directional. Just take that piece of fabric and say, I'm going to make you into a new piece of fabric. And as I mentioned before, when you sew the two pieces together, make sure you don't sew them together like that. Be sure to turn them, okay, like that. Sew it completely around. Yes. Cut at a diagonal. You'll have two pieces, and then cut those two pieces again perfectly. And then you're going to have 4 puzzle pieces, which you can play around with and come up with a lot of different designs, even if you want to do a really, really flying geese. Yeah. Yes, you could do a flying geese, because look, am I correct? Does that look like a flying geese to you? It sure is. Okay, listen, I love you. I'm XOXO. I hope you had a good time today. It was relatively short. because I'm going to my watercolor class, and this is my favorite t-shirt, and basically it says, quilting is my passion. It doesn't say I say but chocolate comes in a close second. I know, I love this shirt so much. Okay, so I hope you had a nice time with me, and I am going to have a nibble of chocolate. This one. This one. With the cherry on top. Mmm. I keep forgetting that, you know those cherries? You know those cherries. You grew up on those cherries. When you bite into them, the cherry juice goes in your cheeks. Hi, I'm XOXO. Bye. I'm off to my watercolor class, and I hope you enjoyed today. And don't forget about the cozy cozy. Wait a minute. Don't forget about the cozy cozies. I have cozy cozy in full size, and I have cozy cozy in some scraps. I always happen to use my cozy cozy scraps because that was one delicious cherry. On the back of my quilts, oftentimes, 99% of the time, I add cozy cozy on the back. And I rarely use one full piece of cozy cozy because I'm a little bit crazy, and I like to have a crazy design on the back of my quilt. Yes, with quilting fabric and cozy cozy. Bye.